Okay, today I want to share with you the story of a client of mine that empowered their team, drove better profitability, and eventually achieved a successful exit. I'm going to share with you how we did it. Let's dive in. So, the challenges when we first started working together with Quality Insights was managing their highly skilled team. They hired really smart people, but as a result, there was pushback with some of the ideas, and there was internal tensions with the direction of the business. There was also cash flow volatility. There was delivery issues sometimes with certain teams because they were progress billing on large, big projects. If they hadn't hit the certain milestones, they couldn't invoice for the money, and that caused some months there was large swings up and down with cash flow, which created problems. And the founder particularly was stuck in sales, and this is a really common challenge with a lot of agencies that I work for. They can't build themselves out of that role, and because it was project-based work, that was just the nature of the kind of stuff we were delivering, the founder couldn't escape it. There was always a new sales pitch because we needed to be bringing in projects to fill the pipeline. And those were the three key challenges when we first started working together. Here's the transformation. Here's how we solved it. There was a team restructuring and reconfigured the team into pods. This enabled these smart, high-performing people to work collaboratively. They formed their own teams and had their own milestones to deliver, and they could work within themselves to improve their own processes. And that empowered a lot of the high performers to find efficiencies and to drive better performance. And it had a flywheel effect on the output of each pod. It was fantastic. They also led with empathy and gave their team work-life balance, giving them doona days to avoid burnout and to help these knowledge workers kind of recover after busy periods. And it was a really supportive, human-led work environment, which I was really inspired to see. There was also a strong focus on deliverables. So there was the empathy, but there was a renewed focus on deliverables. And we made that front and center of any of the all-hands meetings to make sure everyone understood what the number one priority was. And this meant that cash flow improved because we were meeting our deadlines, we were shipping on time, which meant we could invoice on time. And those big cash flow swings started to settle down when we were consistently delivering our output. There was also a really transparent performance communication. So at the all hands, there was a certain level of financial data shared with all of the team, and they could understand how their improvements in their pod impacted the overall business as a result. And I think that was really inspiring for them to see. There was really high staff retention as a result. Everyone was kind of happy doing the work they were. They saw how their work was impacting the bigger picture. And the final point had a big part of it, which was a profit share scheme. They shared certain details in terms of the performance, high level, and once the company had hit 10% net profit, it enabled a profit share scheme. So there was a minimum of 10% we needed to hit for it to start, and then the team could share in some of the company's success. And I've got a blog post on trimline.co website if you wanted to learn a few more ideas around a profit share scheme and to share the success of your company with your team. Those were the things that really worked for this client. The impact was massive. They were in a really stable financial position, and it enabled a really strong period of growth. In my opinion, I think the staff stability and the staff having agency to improve the performance of the business really put a rocket under them. And there was sustainable growth. I think there was long-term impact of the profit share scheme. Everyone was on board with it and really bought in, and that really helped with the motivation as well. And eventually, because they had this really empowered, highly performing team, a big international consulting firm saw this. They loved what the team was doing. They saw the output, and they made them a really great offer of 1.3 of annualized revenue, and this business eventually sold and was fantastic for the founders and really game changing for them. So these are some of the ideas for how you can drive better performance in your team. If you want a hand implementing these in your business or anything sparked an idea here, please get in touch and we can give you a hand with the same challenges. Cheers. Thanks for watching.